Hi, Rick Harsh here, editor of Corona Samizdat Books, and currently writing still. Even though it's time to retire, not because of my age so much as I'm getting the nicest compliments from my writing. I'm going to show you the books that have been selling pretty well lately, but one of them I don't know where they're getting it. I hope they're getting it from Zero Gram Press because we can't sell it anymore because I sold it to Zero Gram Press. The Manifold Destiny of Eddie Vegas. Somebody very important in my Instagram life and in the book community uh, listed 5 books that should have been on the New York Times list of 10,000 mistakes, or I don't know what it was, but and he listed 5 books that should be on there, and one of them was this one, American: The Cult of the Cactus Boots. But number one, he had The Manifold Destiny of Eddie Vegas, and very nice things to say about my writing, and boy, that I tell you, that really feels good, you know. I don't know. Uh, I, I'm trying to think of moments when I felt great. I think I may have talked about this once before, but I had a review coming from a serious person writing from a Boston periodical, the Boston Phoenix or something. Maybe it was a weekly, but he did an interview, uh, and it was about the Driftless Zone, the first book I published, and he took it seriously. And you know, in that book, there's a characters spleen 1 and spleen 2, and he actually thought, okay, that's probably not accidental. Baudelaire, you know, the poems and so on, and so he applied that thought to the novel. He gave it that much credit, which is more than anybody else publicly did. And you know, he had done an interview with me, and also reviewed the book, and so I was really excited when it was being sent to me. My agent at the time, who's a sociopath, and at the time was perhaps just not in a position to take off his trench coat and show me the sociopath underneath. I don't know, but anyway, he sent me. My agent sent me this periodical with this really wonderful review in favor of the book. It was very nice, you know, and then I read it. I was waiting for the mail. I knew which day it was coming, and I waited for the mail to come that day around noon, I think, you know, coffee and smoke and all that, and look at the time, and here it comes. I hear the mailman. Yeah, go downstairs. I get it. I bring it back upstairs, and I read it, and I thought, yeah, it's really nice. It's nice. And then whatever I was thinking about before that, aside from whatever thoughts I had about being a writer with something in the mail, you know, whatever, you know, my daily life, whatever I was going to do that afternoon, or I don't know. Anyway, I remember that you know, a few minutes after I'd finished reading the thing for a second time, I was no longer feeling anything about that. It didn't matter, you know, it was gone. It came and it was gone. But you know, so the reward, I guess, if it would have come with a $10,000 scholarship, or no, scholarship award bonus or whatever, then I'd have thought, okay, where are we going to spend this money? You know, who do I owe? Who do I owe? Who, who do I still owe? You know, should I pay for one of those teeth operations? By the way, I got gingivitis, and it's almost gone. I'm really happy about that. And so when someone really appreciates the book now, and it wasn't just this one. I think this might have been the same guy, but it was more than one guy with Eddie Vegas. But this one was also got a little attention, and I was very happy to see that in a stack of books. And it had to look twice. Huh? That's mine. Yeah, it's in there with this great stack of books. Um, yeah. So personally, having a good stretch of sales, but what's really sold is not this. This is selling okay. It's second amongst the big books. First, though, is this. Earlier this week, I sent out five of these, five separate packages, and then we went a few days without sales, and somebody bought books today, and guess what? This is one of them. Here they are. He ordered three pocketbooks and that one, and so I asked him, well, what would you like me to throw in? Maybe I can give you a free one, and he chose this one, and this is another one. It's having a resurgence. Jeff Bursey's Unidentified Man at Left of Photo is now resurging. It's the second time in a week that I've asked someone, well, you bought these books, they're space. Would you like a free book? And he says, yeah, Jeff Bursey's. And so did someone last week, Jeff Bursey's. And both times I thought, well, okay, it doesn't take up much space. It's not all that heavy. And so maybe threw in one more, but so that's all. This makes me very happy. This is from 4 years ago, and we're gonna run out soon, and we'll see if Jeff wants to change the cover. Although I love that cover, Other books that are still selling, these two, and but what I want to talk about with these two is my reading style habit. I mean, this one I thought I was just gonna race right through it. And but it's been remarkably hot and humid every day, and I've had a few aches and pains, and I'm not reading a lot at one stretch, and so I thought, well, okay, I'll read this, in chunks, and I'll read this one story here, one story there. And I violated that last night. I couldn't sleep well, and I guess I've read 4 stories now. I should have read just 2, but I got going last night. And anyway, I posted something somewhere and about this this second story. I couldn't go anywhere without finding one of these great lines. Here, the library is the one place outside of body viewing before a burial where a person is supposed to observe silence. These little, I love these sentences that go beyond, well beyond what is strictly necessary. Like, my addictive personality extends to the epic as well as the ephemeral. Something to think about. And then what was my favorite one was the skin of the social has ever earned its calluses by guarding against depleting eccentrics. That's a really good one. And this is just every page is a delight. It's like the words come crashing down, but they don't hurt you. It's like you're in the middle of this torrent of something that you take as you feel is abusive, and it's coming at you and you can't escape it. But it maybe confetti, angry confetti. The words are like angry confetti. And really, really funny on so many different levels. What we've done here a long time between books. Now these two. We're saving for a bended circuity still. And then we have another Mark Douglas and Randall Eldon Green coming out. And I'm thinking of doing, my mother made a cookbook once and, just put a little binder, but I'm thinking of printing that. What do you think? Should I make a little teeny cookbook? We don't have cookbooks. We ought to have a cookbook, don't you think? I think so. Yeah. So probably a cookbook. Most important, and the last thing I should ever leave out is that this was brought to you by Saver Guitars, and someday I'll be able to show you my photos of Saver and his guitars. But Saver Guitars, the best luthier in all of ex-Yugoslavia. You want a guitar? Come on over. You can stay here free, get to know Saver, tell him what you want done, and I'm sure it takes him a little while, but he'll do a good job. Thanks. Or not.